My name is Gabriel Ruben. I am from Washington, D.C. I'm a hip-hop artist, educator, and founder of Guerrilla Arts. In 2006, I founded Guerrilla Arts out of a need to provide arts and cultural programming in schools. With the No Child Left Behind laws, a lot of that programming was cut, and I was running and encountering teachers and principals and program directors who were saying, look, I can't afford a full-time art or music teacher position. And the name is from that urgency that, by any means necessary approach to delivering the service and uplifting our kids and our communities. And, it gives the kids an opportunity to see people who look like them, who took an alternative route, whether they went to college, didn't go to college, pursued their own craft, or an entrepreneur, whatever it is. I want the students to see that there are people who look like them, who are from this community, who find various ways to get out there, and they bring it back. It's not enough to just say get out the hood. We get out the hood, we get what we get, and then we come and bring it back so that we can help other people get out.
Achievers are no different than any other student. They've just been given an opportunity and now additional supports to make them even more successful. When you become an achiever, though, the standard has been set for you to be that leader in your community. Part of our scholarship is citizenship. So it's not just about the academics. We don't select students based on your GPA or SAT scores. It's all about who you are, and more importantly, who are you willing to be? Your community needs you. It needs you as a leader. Are you willing to step up to the plate and do that? And I think achievers, when they get the scholarship, actually are answering that call to be that leader within their communities.
The classes we are offering summer 2015 are Murals and Metal, which is taught by Lottie Kemraj and Amarachi Ubani. That class is a hit with DC Achievers. It's the third year running. Every year they make more and more impressive art.
This summer I'm teaching repoussé, which is a relief sculpture technique, and we're using copper and brass to create coin type IDs, identification of each of the students on metal. And we're combining our projects with the murals class to create a whole piece that we'll present together. Learning that to spend every minute of the day wisely. You only get one ride in this body. You only get one turn on Earth at this phase. So spend every minute making it matter. And programs like this make everything mean something.
Performance poetry, taught by Raquel Brown. And again, another favorite of Achievers. That's 3 years now running. And she just has a unique way about her.
We created a bond pretty quickly, and it's like a family. It's the most calm class I've had over the years teaching through Guerrilla Arts and for Achievers. It's like we like attracts like, and light attracts light.
When I write, when somebody tell me handwrite about something, I always write about one thing, and it's coming from my perspective. But since I have other people in the class that's doing the same thing I'm doing, I see others' perspective, and it opened my mind. So that can help me in the future. Like if I'm going to be a psychologist, instead of listening to my perspective, I listen to somebody else's, see where they coming from.
They inspired me to go home and write some more. Their stories are tragic and broken and beautiful, just like I am.
We have a new class this year called Theater of the Oppressed, which is taught by Conscience and Medon. And that class is very, very unique. And AB is also a part of that class. But it's unique because it's a forum theater class where the students have to identify a struggle or something that they really wanted in life that they were never able to attain.
What I would hope that the scholars get from it is to understand that coming from oppressive environments and urban cities, and we don't have the chips on our side, for lack of better words. And so we explore things like exercising your radical imagination, where I think is really prevalent, because coming from an urban environment where a lot of your friends may not make it out, you have to kind of reimagine your situation as it's something else.
We also have a creative writing class taught by Kenji Jasper, acclaimed novelist from DC.
In our class, what I hope to do is to get students to really be able to take a look at their own world and to listen to things that are outside of their world and to express themselves through poetry in a way that makes those moments timeless. So every day I try to take them through different sets of scenarios. I expose them to different kinds of writing, whether it's poetry or fiction or nonfiction, to inspire them and try to spark their creativity to see what they'll write to express themselves.
We have another mural art class taught by Corey Stowers. Corey is actually who co-created this mural that's behind me, along with plenty of other murals around DC.
In my class, we cover basics for graffiti style, structure, and history, woven through a narrative of self-identity and cultivating those tools as a resource for creating and maintaining a self-identity of your own choosing.
We also have a meditation and movement class. Now, I knew that when we suggested this class that kids would, some kids would kind of not take to it, but I wanted to make the attempt anyway because what they get out of it is very much needed.
So to find ways to be better able to cope with stress as opposed to, fighting or yelling at someone who doesn't deserve it. The example that I give them is, if I get on the metro and somebody's fussed with me, it wouldn't be fair for me to come in and to let you have whatever that person has, put on me on my shoulders and to put it on you. So to find ways to be able to de-escalate some of our stress, we work on our breathing technique. We sit and meditate for about roughly 15 to 20 minutes. We do about 2 sessions of that. We try to get through. And it's quiet with the lights off, the music is on, and we all sit in a circle. So it's all about movement. It's all about meditation, concentrating, being present in the moment. Sometimes, because we could be right here, but I might be thinking, okay, what am I doing after I finish? I've got to go back upstairs. So being mindful sometimes of where you are and just being considerate of everybody around you.
Event planning and social media, we focus on making sure that Achievers Matters is highlighted throughout the internet and social media networks. We also plan weekly events, including Chat and Chew, and we plan the Senior Day and the Cumulative event.
So day to day we plan, they usually Chat and Chews and different events that Achievers hosting. We go by calling those artists, making sure they're confirmed. We write check request forms, how much the artist wants, budget request forms and stuff like that. We make invoices and stuff like that. We go around checking the sound, making sure the sound is good and where the event is. We also go around making sure all the things are confirmed, make sure we have this and that, so we can have a smooth event. So that's usually what we do day to day.
We have an arts and advocacy class taught by Dante Pope and the sister Falani.
Today was a good day though. You know what I'm saying? You playing around, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. I ain't giving you no card, man. I ain't giving you no card. Man, hey, break yourself, fuck up, break yourself.
And the purpose of the course is to teach the students how art can be used to advocate for change for different issues, be it political, economic, racial, pretty much on different levels. So it's about merging art with advocacy.
They basically ask an essential question, and the students work around resolving the answer and finding the answers to that question. I don't know what the question is. I'm not even going to talk about it. You just have to see it when you see it. We also have the Lyrics to Go songwriting class taught by Tamika Love Jones and Sage Salvo.
For us, we're trying to give them like actual songwriting techniques, and we want to do it in an educational way so that the techniques and the devices and the literary terminology that they're actually learning can actually be imported into their classwork. So it'll help them read and write better in school, and also obviously help them as artists too, help them express and communicate themselves better, and hopefully help them write songs if that's what they eventually want to do as well.
The kids come out with these songs that are like, I love the fact that they have so much to say, and she's providing the vehicle for them to get it all out. We have music production taught by the one and only Grap Lover. and my man DJ Who Craze. That class is dope. The kids were kind of reluctant. They were like, they all love music. Everybody loves music, but when it comes to the technicality of making a beat, I think sometimes kids get intimidated and they psych themselves out like, I can't do that. But again, giving them that access and that exposure and saying, here's production equipment. Here are producers. They will hold your hand through the process. And now these kids are making 3-4 beats a day.
What we're trying to do is basically, in the big scale of things, we want to provide the youth with another skill besides the skill of academics. You know what I mean? Academics is always priority one, but we want to also provide them with another skill besides academics so that they can have options. You know what I mean? So if I want to go for my bachelor's degree or my master's degree, I can do that, and on the side I could do this music production and make some money too. And then if that gets big enough for them, then maybe they can do that and pay for the schooling. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of providing options. Well, that's the bigger picture. The smaller picture is to provide music for the Lyrics to Go class and any other classes that may need music, and also to provide music beds for the documentary that's being created for the program.
You know, so, and there's students who didn't think they would like the class who are saying, you know what, I'm glad I chose this class because I just made a beat yesterday and now my boy's gonna rhyme on it, and you know, so they're gonna take these beats and do other things with it, and that's all we wanted at the end of the day. So it's great that he's here and he's on board with us. Rap has always supported what we've been doing, so I'm glad he was able to come on board. We have a video production class. They are responsible for documenting the whole process and kind of putting this whole thing together in a visual story. It's taught by Arnell Hughes, who's a teacher. She's a mom, she's a videographer. She does this professionally. She has done this professionally. She's taught it professionally. We have Langston from Chop and Shoot, who's shot several hundred videos probably for artists that you know and love. And does this professionally, so it was good to bring the two of them together to teach it, because the students really get the hands-on experience of learning from people who do this for a living, not somebody who's looking through a manual and trying to find where the power button is.
The purpose of me teaching the video documentary class this summer for Guerrilla Arts with the Achiever students is to document the program this summer and what each workshop is doing with the students. And so at the very end, they want to see, you know, what was going on this summer.
Being as though I'm kind of a bright personality and everything like that, I actually know what goes on behind the camera instead of what's going on before camera. You know, how to set up a story, you know, how to set up period, you know, lights, cameras, you know, everything that has to prepare before, you know, doing the video and everything like that. Because I'm just one of those people that just like go on the camera and just act a fool, or, you know, do what he wants and everything. But it's also, it takes like a lot of hard work and everything for you to actually put together a nice clip, short film or a documentary, anything.
This year, our hashtag is Achievers Matter. I think in the climate of the Black Lives Matter movement and, you know, again, what's going on in society, you know, it's important for us to validate and celebrate who we are, why we're here, and what we mean, what matters to us most.
Well, the hashtag Achievers Matter started as a thought, and now it's turned into a movement. And for me, the movement is about giving a voice to young people who can see the Capitol, but that the Capitol can't see them.
There's a quote that says, you know, don't follow in the path of others, go where there is no path and leave a trail. And I feel like that's what we do as guerrilla artists. We're not here to save the babies. We can't save these children. All we can do is show them the way. We can show them different ways to go, and then they can save themselves. But we gotta be able to show them different ways to go. And each of the artists that they encounter are people who have found their way, who have found an access point to get out. And now that they've come back, all they're doing is showing other people access points, you know? And I think that's the very important piece of this work. We're not here to save them, we're here to help them save themselves.
The message is that you're amazing, you're beautiful and you're worth it, and that you absolutely do matter. And that the scholarship is a way for you to embrace your future, go away, learn about yourself, get that education degree, and then come back and change the heck out of your community.